Hi, good evening. Good to be on the front of the camera. I'm still waiting at workplace because there were some data files to be downloaded. And the subject of today is free basics by Facebook. It's a net neutrality issue, and I am opposed to free basics, zero rentals, zero rating plans, uh, or internet.org, or anything which violates the net neutrality issues. Let me explain to those who are unaware of net neutrality. Well, Airtel had started. Hi, Sarthak. Airtel had started is Airtel Zero last year, and Internet.org was introduced by Facebook. Airtel had started some schemes where they were giving higher data for lower amount for use of YouTube or Facebook or WhatsApp, and there were some bundles where Facebook, YouTube, eh, and WhatsApp. The three applications in the world which have the highest numbers of users were given to data users on a data plan at a cheaper rate. It amounts to that you are given an easy payment plan to go to particular websites like Facebook, or using of applications like WhatsApp, or going to YouTube. At the same time, Mark Zuckerberg started this Internet.org, testing it in Africa. Mind you, apart from Facebook, YouTube, and WhatsApp, Twitter was not under any plans of Airtel Zero. Did you come to understand what it means? Twitter, which is one of the champions of freedom of speech, of free thoughts, and totally free platform without any censorship for you to form your opinions and share it with your followers who retweet it. So Twitter is freer than Facebook. There have been more takedowns on Facebook and Google than there have been on Twitter. The only thing which Twitter takes off as takedown or blocks users is when somebody reports the user for using profanities or trolling or violently excessive stalking of a Twitter user. Whereas on Facebook, if you upload certain things on trivial requests, they are taken down, and the requests are made on by political parties or individuals with some political lenience against a particular thought process. So to say that Twitter was one of the basic platforms which started many of the cherry blossom, what was that? Egypt and Yemen uprisings, which basically supported democracy in many countries like Yemen, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, as well as they don't worry, it's 8 p.m., much past my work time. Um, and I'm just waiting for the guys to wind up of the role what is not my KRA. So the people had freer thoughts. Another point what I'm saying is on Twitter, even ISIS members are there and Anonymous is there. Both are attacking each other or blocking each other or not or sending pings to each other so that their websites get jammed. So both sides of the spectrum are allowed to express their opinion. So Twitter is freer than Facebook, and it was amazing for me to note that Airtel had not included Twitter anywhere under its Airtel Zero plans or zero rental rating plans. Zero rating plans is if you use those apps and you pay 30 rupees, you don't have to pay anything even if you use 5 to 6 gigs of data for use of WhatsApp, Facebook and WhatsApp, Facebook and YouTube. So you can watch videos for 30 rupees, however number. You can download from WhatsApp the videos you get, watch it offline and delete them any amount of time. Or you can watch the Facebook videos, which are now these days coming up, 30-second videos, which are basically by the viral factories of the world with a particular agenda. They are all advertisements, mind you. Most of the interesting videos which you watch, which you find interesting, which 50,000 plus likes or shares, 90% of them have a commercial aspect behind the user. The user may be uploading the content, like take the example of Gangnam Style. By the Korean guy who did the Gangnam Style, got an offer from Sony Studios to put the video on their platform, and they also released the video and the music and his album when they found that a lot of people around the world were. Another interesting example I'm telling you is if you watch these television reality shows related to music, you will find that most of the songs played on those reality shows are owned by particular set of music companies. And nobody sings any song which is from outside those recording companies. So there's a lot of PR goes on, like it could be X Factor or America's Got Talent or India's Got Talent. You make a list of the songs played on a particular episode, go to YouTube and search the videos, and you will find that it will either be owned by some film or the recording label, which would be common across the boundaries. You will rarely find music sang on that show which is of another recording company. Okay, so I'll name a few like T-Series or Sony BMG or Saregama. So I want you to do this exercise. Watch an entire episode of India's Got Talent or America's Got Talent or X Factor, US or UK, and just make a list of the songs and then check the recording countries to which that property belongs. And you will find that most of the songs, most means majority, like 80 to 90% of the songs belong to a particular recording label, and it is basically a promotion to that recording label. You can also check the sponsors. They would be one of the sponsors. Am I clear? So what happens with zero rating plans like Free Basics or Airtel Zero or internet.org is, internet is a free site. You can go to Pornhub, you can watch Vimeo, you can watch YouTube, you can go santabanta.com, mp3.com, mp3download.com. You could go to Metro Relics or you could go to A to Z Relics. You could go to Facebook or Google Plus. You could go to even Orkut. You could even go to Yahoo Chat. Like, you are free. Internet the difference between the regular media MSM and the digital media is digital media has n number of outlets and platforms and which you can read as a user or which you as a information disseminator can. There are blogs, there is Reddit, there is BuzzFeed, there is Quora, Facebook, Google Plus, Yahoo, Orkut, or whatever, YouTube, Vimeo, okay, iTunes. There are n number of platforms. The Blogger, WordPress, okay, Tumblr. So there are n numbers of platforms which you can put your content or where viewer can go to search the content. Am I clear? What happens when the data company ties up with a few websites like Facebook, WhatsApp and YouTube to give you free data to go to those particular sites? The tendency for you to go to the other new sites and check the new venues would be less. Let me give an example here which is relevant to Insta Lively. Suppose Airtel today comes up with a reduced discounted data plan or a free unlimited data plan for use of Periscope. Who's going to use Insta Lively? If they know that they're going to take half a gig for uploading 1 hour video, nobody is going to come to Insta Lively. They would naturally go to Periscope. So what it does to the developers? The new developers which are competing against say Flipkart and or Amazon or Myntra or Snapdeal in e-retail or Ola and Uber on the taxi aggregation or Zomato in food or Gaana and Hungama on music. Who will go to them when the data plan gives you cheaper data plans for particular popular websites? So what happens is it will increase the Gini index of internet. Facebooks and YouTubes and WhatsApps of the world would beat Viber and Hike Messenger or Google Plus or Twitter of the world or Vimeo and such sites which also have upload video motion. Okay. When you provide free or discounted price of data for the use of internet, it is counterproductive to the new developers or new applications. So what it would mean that suppose in 90s this internet neutrality was introduced, okay, then Facebook would not have been there, Google would not have been there, there would be only Yahoo, okay, there would be no Firefox, there would be no